Welcome to Eurovision Kiki. We're three Americans who have fallen in love with Eurovision. I'm Doug.
I'm Steven.
I'm Katie, and here on Eurovision Kiki, we're bringing you the best information about the Eurovision Song Contest.
We'll bring you the music, history, traditions,
And all the tea currently surrounding the world of Eurovision.
And we're excited for another Kiki today as we talk about the second half of Supernova 2025, Latvia's Eurovision Song Contest national finals. But before we get to that, we do have some news from Albania. Stephen.
It looks like we have another song to add to the playlist. And shocker, I guess, plot twist, it's not the one that all of the other news outlets were hyping us up to. We have a new winner, and that would be we're gonna slaughter
Do your
this
best.
one. Yeah.
Do your best.
Skodra Electro Nike with their song
I want to say it's Skodra Elektronik.
Katie wins today.
Anyway.
Do you want to give the name? Do you want to try the title of the song?
Germ.
I think you got it better than I do.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So I pulled a Doug on this one and looked up the lyrics in English.
Yeah.
Ooh, tell us
and
more.
It's like the kind of vibe is national pride but without nationalism, and like taking pride in some of like the traditional dance and like, you know, letting the like dance set you on fire kind of thing is like the vibe. So
Okay.
that helped win me over a little bit
Okay.
when I read that. And I think it's worth watching the live performance, not just listening to it. It's one of those songs that they're having a great time, and I'm a sucker for them having a great time with their own song.
Doesn't the live performance have like full on like orchestra? Or am I thinking of something completely wrong?
They have a little bit of just like stage performance, and like they've got people on there like playing live instruments. Well,
yeah,
live instruments.
Well, I think Albania has different rules for their own selection process, because some of the clips that I've seen had far more than 6 people on stage.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like necessarily, I don't think, limited to the Eurovision performance criteria, but that lead singer, she is feeling this song, and so that always helps me get one over a little bit. I'm not ready to call it a bop, but I'm also not calling it a flop.
Okay.
That's fair.
Middle of the road, still to be determined.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, so many other Eurovision outlets were hyping up the runner-up, and I believe her name was Elvana, who is a more notable Euro pop star, at least in Albania and other countries out there, and she's one that has tried numerous times to compete for Eurovision, and as I think, Doug, you have said it before, always the Eurovision bridesmaid, never the Eurovision bride.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibe that I get from it, not knowing my Albanian music all that well.
Right.
It seems as though she's tried several times, perhaps. One comment on the Instagram that I saw was rather negative towards the runner-up, and that you were basic, you counted in another language, congratulations. And I was just like, oh, okay, coming in with the spicy comments.
Wow. I mean, but that is something that I kind of get, because like I think it would be hard for me, coming from like one of the smaller countries, your Albanias, your Armenias, kind of some of those ones that you're not hearing about all the time, is finding the balance between putting something forward that you think is going to win Eurovision and putting something forward that is a reflection of your own culture, because they're little known cultures, and I think it's nice to have some of that in it, but then also at the same time you watch it go up against some of the big powerhouse countries like your Swedens and things like that, where they have more global reach and thus more global appeal, and then it does feel out of place, but I also get wanting to have kind of some of that national pride.
Right. It's like that, a fine line between the two.
Totally.
Well, apparently the song in English translates to fire. So bring on the pyrotechnics. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Bring on the pyrotechnics.
Yep. Let's see what
The-
And
happens.
they
Let's
did
see
have
what-
that on
yeah.
they did have that on the stage.
Well, and so the last thing I did want to mention about Albania in their national final is, from what I understand, who their winner is and who they send to Eurovision is not necessarily the same. And
The only thing that I will say is that the video of it that I saw seemed to be from it had the like Moroccan oil Eurovision
yes, and so
intro.
in this case, yes, their winner
Okay.
also is going to Eurovision, and that's because, and again, please take everything I say with a grain of salt. I believe, my understanding is that the winner of their national final is a combination of both jury and televote. But the person that they send to Eurovision is the winner of the televote.
Oh, interesting.
And so in this instance, those are one and the same. But it is set up so that, let's say the population overwhelmingly wanted to send the runner-up would go to Eurovision.
So it's Karia versus Loreen again.
Essentially, like Loreen in this case, in that scenario, Loreen would have won the selection or the national final, but Karia would be going to Eurovision.
Yeah.
To the world finals or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting rule to have.
Well, and it also shows me that everybody's talking about this runner-up. Well, your runner-up didn't even win the televote.
Ooh.
So you can't argue like, oh, but she was the people's favorite. She wasn't.
Well, I mean, and I think the people can mean different things. Like if it's the Eurovision blogs that are based in Western Europe, those aren't the people.
It's not. Yeah, it's not
the people of Albania chose.
Right. So take that as you will.
Anyway.
Yep.
And with that said, maybe we jump into some Latvia Supernova.
Yeah.
Because these songs are awesome. And I cannot wait
vibe,
for the...
I was going to say the back half, on average, beat the first half. I still think my favorite song that I want to win is in the first half, but I think that the like net quality of this last 10 songs was higher.
It's going to be a tough competition no matter what.
It's going to be really tough.
Because there are, I mean, we're talking half dozen or more songs that I'm like, you know what? If they win, good for them, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm probably would say, 8 songs that I could see in a Eurovision semifinal at the very least.
It's still super early to call it, but I mean, with the playlist that Latvia has provided us, it's pretty optimistic, at least, to say that Latvia is putting themselves in a pretty good spotlight to qualify again going into 2025 into the grand final. And I'm saying that now, at the time of this recording.
Let's manifest it.
We only have 2 confirmed songs out of the 5 like artists that have like so far been announced. But looking at the song quality that's coming into Supernova, this whole batch, and especially the second half, strong songs. Regardless of who Latvia takes to Eurovision for 2025, I got some songs that are going to be hitting my playlist from this batch. No doubt.
I have some already on playlists if I can find them.
Yeah. So
yes.
If I can find them.
All right. Starting us off in this second half, we had Luca with her song "Stronger." What were y'all?
She could have been stronger.
What a beautiful voice, though.
Yes.
Like she's so talented. I thought, I mean, it was one of those that I'm like, I could see it being in Eurovision in a vacuum. If I didn't know any of the other songs around it, then I could see it going, not necessarily making it to the final, but the talent's there. I mean, we'll see how the stage performance goes because, you know, if the vocals are your strongest thing, you really got to nail it. So, you know, who knows?
I echo you that her voice is beautiful. You took my words exactly. The thing I will say is she's got some high notes there in the chorus, and I worry about her ability to hit those on stage because even in the
Yes.
audio, it felt a little shaky.
She was struggling. You could tell.
So
And I
if you're
think that,
struggling in the audio, how are we going to do live?
Yeah.
yeah. And I think that's why for me, you know, we talk about this batch of songs that are very strong. And for me, this is one of those, it's very middle of the road. You know, I think I even wrote in my notes, safe sex. Like the song is very
Mhm.
much just like, it's a safe song. There's nothing stellar about it, but it's also not a horrible song. So like if she expects herself to be one of the contenders to really perform well or actually win this contest, like this is not going to be that song in my
Yeah.
opinion. But that's not to, you know, disregard it or say that it's a horrible song. It's still a very beautiful song. It's just not
She's
one that's going
talented.
to win.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Let,
Yeah.
let's highlight the fact that she is talented. This might not be the song that Latvia chooses, but
Mhm.
she's got talent.
Yes.
Yeah. I found with this whole half of the um songs, I had a harder time like kind of ranking them. I had two favorites and then it was just kind of everybody else.
Yeah.
And there was not any that I really hated, but it was like I don't know how to put any of these in like favoritism order, so I couldn't even tell you like where this one fell. It's not one of my top favorites out of these 10, but um
I was
I
in the
also
exact
wouldn't be
same
mad at
boat.
it.
I was in the exact same boat. I had 3 that I continued to go back to, and then the rest kind of just floated. They weren't
Mhm.
horrible, but like they didn't go anywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
And I feel like I'm excited to listen to these songs again. Like you were saying, you put them on a playlist. Like even if you don't make the national finals, you're memorable and worth having around.
Mhm.
All right. So who do we got next?
so what
Marcus Riva with Bigger Than This.
mhm.
This was one of my top 2. I really like this song. I thought it was so fun. Doug hates it. Look at those eyebrows going wild, like they're gonna
I
fly to space.
I don't I don't hate it,
Mm,
but I don't love it. And part of me was like, okay, so for the Eurovision fans, there was a song back in 2019 called Bigger Than Us.
mm,
And it kind of feels like he went to Michael Rice and Michael Rice was like, all right, you can kind of copy me, but you gotta change it so it doesn't look like you just
mm.
straight up copied me. And he was like, what if I adjust one of the words in the song title? And they were like, perfect.
But those songs are
They
completely
didn't sound
different.
like each other. I
Those
mean,
I
songs
like
are
got
completely
I
just
got
different.
because
similar
2
vibes from
songs
it.
just because 2 songs
No.
have the same
Yes.
One
title
song
doesn't mean
you
they're the same.
you can dance to this song. You
Yeah.
cannot dance to Bigger Than Us. Let's
Mm-mm.
start there.
I guess I went for the it's not subtle and it's motivational message.
Okay. I mean,
I don't know.
so
It's
this is
it's
one
got to
of the
be. I
this
don't
is one
hate
of the
it.
this is one of the songs that is of the 3 that I kept going back to. And I do find enjoyable. I find it enjoyable also physically. Like, let's just go there.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I knew he
Yeah.
was gonna say it.
Beautiful,
Um
beautiful, beautiful abs. Beautiful, beautiful jacket.
I thought, yeah, the lyrics are a little on the nose. It's a little cornball, but honestly, I love a little cornball, especially if like the melody is a little surprising, like not really what I was expecting. Like honestly, the first chorus, I was like, okay, and then I heard the first verse, and then it popped into the chorus, and I was like, okay, go off, Queen.
Yeah. I
I
I
I
don't
will
think it's
say
gonna win. I will
No.
say that. It's
Oh
not
no, no,
gonna
no, no, no.
win.
so
But I enjoy it.
Yeah.
this could be a case of a bridesmaid here because let's get some
Mhm.
background. So Marcus Riva has the largest Instagram following of all of the artists who are participating in Supernova. So 129,000 followers on the Instagram. Has participated in Latvia Supernova This will be his 10th attempt.
Wow.
How old is
Previous-
How old is he?
I don't know actual age, but his debut album was in 2009.
Oh wow.
So you have to be you have to be older, right?
I mean, you have to be at least 16 to compete for Eurovision.
He's 38.
Okay.
Woof.
So previous best was second place in both 2015 and 2019. So that's a lot of attempts, which makes me wonder, are people going to be like, all right, now's your time? Or are they going to be like, dude, why are we doing this again?
Well, I will
Could
say,
go either way.
since the release of Bigger Than This on YouTube, he has had over 16,000 views of his song. So he's one of the ones that has had it streamed the most out of all of them on YouTube so far. And that's just YouTube.
So maybe there's something to it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is, but maybe there's something to it.
Only time will tell.
Okay.
It's true.
Moving on.
Do we have
Mar-
anything positive to say about Marta and her song Lovable?
I like it a lot.
Really?
I was like, why wouldn't we
Yeah.
say positive things about her?
I was like, wait, oh no, am I gonna be yelled at?
It's-
No, this is my other one. This is
Really?
Marcus and Marta are my top 2 out of this batch.
I'm going to let you continue. Go on, Katie.
No,
Tell us
I'm
more,
done.
Katie. No,
not with
there's
those.
got to be.
Not with those shit-eating grins. You go talk.
I will just say, it felt. I don't know if this is even the right word that I'm looking for, but I'm just like bubblegum pop or something.
Yeah, it's cute.
That's
So
what it is it's cute. It's cute, whimsical, but also like I get tired. Like it's just kind of like tired for me.
Just because you have no joy in your heart doesn't mean that we all have to feel
Accurate.
that way.
this.
Wow.
So
And that's yeah.
this was
Can't argue.
This was Taylor Swift in her Lover era, and I actually don't mind that era for Taylor
I think
Swift.
that's my favorite Taylor Swift era.
So that's why I'm like, I don't hate it. It's sort of like a soft, very good voice. Like I think she does a really good job with it.
Mhm.
She's known in Latvia because she's a singer and actress, and I think she hosted a radio show. She first released music back in 2017, so there could be some popularity there. I enjoyed it. It is not in my top songs from this group, but we kind of talk about how there's no bad songs.
Yeah.
This is a good song.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know, maybe I'm just feeling the holiday sentimental uplifting spirit.
And Steven
And I
would
can't help
never.
myself.
I am happy that you both enjoy it. I enjoy it too. It's just it's not up there for me. It's one of the ones that for me it's very bubblegum pop, whimsical, and it stops there for me where I'm just kind of like I'm good with it, but I don't see it really excelling super far within the Supernova contest.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that it's gonna win, but it is one that I like want to listen to again.
Yeah, this is a song where you say, thank you for being part of the contest. I appreciate your musical contribution.
Exit
even
stage
if we
left.
know you're not.
Yeah.
Yes. So, all right.
And is it Palu?
I think so.
Let's go with it.
So Palu and her song "Delusional." Let's start with some backstory.
Okay, yeah.
Fairly fewer followers on Instagram at 3,000. So I believe that's on the smaller side for many of these artists that we've looked at. And was on both X Factor and The Voice in Latvia.
I thought, and maybe I'm way off base, and maybe part of it was the like cover art costuming, but it was giving me a little bit of what I think Norway last year was trying to do. Like powerful female vocals with like rock backing and things like that. Like I liked it. It was, again, one of those, it's not a bad song. It's just like not really for me, but I can see that, again, immense talent.
It gets lost in the mix for me
Yeah.
because I think um as beautiful as her vocals are and as, you know, nice as the song is, it's just not one that really sticks out for me. I just can't I just can't like follow it
Yeah.
too closely.
And I thought
Yeah.
this one was another one where I feel that the live vocals could be a minefield.
I am interested to see where this one goes live.
Mhm.
Given that she comes from a background of song competitions,
Mhm.
I'm interested if that will come to any advantage to her at all, or if she's going to kind of get sucked up because of that.
My contribution to this conversation is that I do feel as though it's a nice contrast between a lot of the dance music, a lot of the coffee shop hipster vibes that we're
Yeah.
getting from a lot of these songs.
Mhm.
So just to have something different in the mix
Yeah.
was nice to hear.
I agree.
And with that,
And with that
we are
one,
on to Ruta Dabama
Duduma?
with Chemical.
Mm.
And what a chemical it is.
Like in the good way? Like would Ryan approve of this? Chemical?
Say more, Doug. No.
Okay, so I actually really like this song. I'm not sure. I'm scared to see what Katie's about to throw at me for saying that.
This is one of the ones where I'm like, it wasn't my top 2, but it could have been number 3 depending on what mood I was in, you know?
And depending on what chemical substance you have ingested.
Facts.
Okay, so here's my thing. It's chill. It builds to something, but it's very chill. It's very just like vibe out to it. If you are having a bad day, grab a gummy, sit back, relax, and listen to this song.
Yeah. But it also, like you said, it does build. So it's like, it's not like a few of those Montenegrin songs where it was like chill and you're like,
where are we going? Let's get somewhere.
you just like want it to break through. This one did. And so like I liked it.
It's like Vapor Soul meets drum and bass for me. Like that's kind of the vibe that the song gives me. So like I can get behind it. I think similar to you, like give me an edible on my birthday with a bag of Doritos while I just like stare at the ceiling.
Not a Dorito.
I feel like you specifically referenced Doritos to make Katie gag.
Ugh, God.
No, it's just my go-to.
Huh?
No. It's my go-to. Don't hate me. And
I will also mention that she participated in Supernova before, so I am always like hopeful. Like, hey, you participated before. Who's excited to have you back? Was it like the selection, and they were like, oh, she's been here, so her fans will like it, or did they actually like her music? Like, what's the winning combination? Not necessarily winning, but what is the combination that has led us to have so many people who have done Supernova before? So she participated in Supernova in 2012 and 2013. So like, over a decade ago. So she's definitely been making music for a while.
It might also just be that the Latvian population is small, 1.8 million, and of that, there's only so many people who are good at music. So maybe it's just that we got a handful.
There could be that too.
Now,
I don't know. And they're really good, so why wouldn't we go back to them?
Right. All that being said, and again, I enjoyed this song, but do I think it can win? I do not believe so. It feels safe.
Are you saying you don't think it can win Supernova, or that you don't think it can win?
I don't think it can win Supernova.
Yeah.
I think it's safe. So I watch a lot of reality shows where they kick people off every week. That's like my jam. And this feels like a song. Like if there was a song contest where they kicked somebody off every week, she would be safe. She's not the winner, but she's not getting kicked off that episode.
But is she going to be kicked off first week?
She's not getting kicked off first week.
No,
Okay.
she's one of those drag queens who's not winning the challenge, but is just one of the like name. You're safe.
Oh, she's Jujubee. Okay, got it.
Ooh.
Correct.
Yeah, it's safe.
She's the
It's safe.
Jujubee of Supernova.
Yeah. Well then, let's keep plugging along and let's take a look at the next group, and that would be the duo. I want to call them Sangria, but I know that's
Every time.
I'm gonna say Synergia.
Let's go with that one instead.
Synergia, Bound by the Light.
And
It's a choice.
I sure was not spellbound, but again, talent.
Beautiful cello. The end.
The spoken word portion was interesting.
So this is one that had my interpretive dance radar come out. It was like, we're going to have someone doing lyrical modern dance in the back.
Barefoot.
Yep.
This song is not awful, but it's like dollar store version of Florence and the Machine.
Wow.
No, I can. They don't have the power of a Florence Welch. I'll say that much. I can't say I hate it. Didn't skip it. I listened to all of these songs 2 or 3 times and listened to this one fully through 2 or 3 times. So it's like not offensive. It's not awful, but it's just.
So like this
I don't
is
think
the
it's
one,
going to punch through.
It's not. This is the one that like I would while I was cycling, I just low impact, just kind of resting.
Yeah, you're on the
while I'm-
plains for this one.
Yep, you're just kind of coasting to think of clouds and soft bunnies while you just get through the 3 minutes before you have
So
to
when
go.
you're on your edible, this is the next song on your playlist, is what you're
Yes.
saying.
Yes. But
And
we've
with
got
Alright.
nothing else. We can.
I'm going to let somebody else tackle the next one.
I want to call
ready.
it Tautu Metas, Burman Laimi. Laimi? I don't know.
Which is Latvian for chance of happiness. And
So this was giving the female version of Soarele și Luna to me. It was join our cult. We're a
Because
bunch
Oh,
of
they're very much a
sirens.
cult. They're a folk band.
They
this
draw
is-
men in to kill them.
they want you to make
This is
jams and
Midsommar.
jellies. They want you to make jams and jellies when really they're going to take your firstborn child and
They
chant
entice
this.
sailors to crash.
Yes.
It's a siren song, and you can't convince me otherwise.
I'm gonna put my cards out here right now. The song is not gonna win. I'm gonna tell you this
No.
right now. The song is not gonna win. This is also one of the 3 songs that I cannot stop going back to. I don't know
What?
why.
This
don't
is-
know
this is
why.
it?
I don't
No.
know why. I don't know
It's
why.
the same reason everyone watches 19 Kids and Counting and Welcome to Plathville. People love to watch
Oh no,
beautiful white
Steven.
people.
I don't know if it is the chanting or what. It's worse. Here's why. They have a music video that goes with it
Oh shit.
Already?
Watch it.
Interesting.
already. And they go into a tree. Like there's a tree that's like beaming a light, and like these girls go into the tree, and the next thing you know, they're like fairies.
Is that where they?
And they're like,
Is that how they get aboard the starship? Like, what are we doing?
I don't know. But yeah, no.
It's where they do the absinthe.
It is very much that. But yes, we can confirm this is a cult. They will not win Supernova. I can't quit this song, and I need help. So
They
And
only
they look-
have.
They
Go
look
ahead.
so Mormon.
do you want to know the worst part too? 37,000 views on YouTube.
And all of them are part of the cult.
Probably.
Again, they look
Is
so
required
Mormon.
viewing.
Yeah. So
The biggest problem I have with this song is that there's literally only 2 lines of lyrics over and over.
Yep.
When you say chant for happiness, like, It says, curses and hexes, never can they ruin me. The bridge of steel turns to rust. My oak grows evergreen.
Yep.
And it's
Cool.
just that. Like
Cool.
those are the two lyrics for 3 minutes.
Cool.
Yep.
I know that songs can get very repetitive in Eurovision, but when you have 2 lines for 3 minutes, hard pass.
Yeah. That's yeah.
But also, this is like
Anyway, Steven's being
Latvian.
rung in by the
I
siren
know.
song,
This is
so don't
and
get on any ships.
they're not even. They're women. Like, what's wrong with me?
I think this is part of their curse. The curses and hexes. They can't ruin me, but they can ruin you.
Yeah. They're impervious because they're the ones casting them.
God damn it. Well, pray for me.
Doomsday Blues didn't even do that to you.
No.
But that backup dancer did. I follow him on
Oh, yeah.
Instagram.
Of course you do.
Woof.
Jesus.
Of course you do.
He's
Anyway.
anyways.
This song, my goodness.
All right, I'm gonna let Steven take this next one.
It's a pass for me on this one. T-Pat, Sad, Jot.
Right.
We're gonna go with that.
We're gonna go with that one.
You don't like this song?
It's not horrible, but it's another one that was just middle of the road for me. It's like department store background music for me, where I'm just like, I'm not hating it, but I'm not loving it.
I appreciate that. I believe what I believe is an up and coming artist. I mean, 460 followers on Instagram. I'm not saying like I'm popular, but I have more than 460 followers. So like, I believe this is an up and coming up and coming artist.
And I mean, if you look at their faces,
they're young.
They're itty bitty babies.
They are.
And I believe that there was a post on Reddit that I read that summed it up quite nicely. It says, name a better duo than Latvia and their ability to just be an absolute indie vibe. I'll wait.
Yeah.
And I mean, how many songs have we so far been like coffee shop, indie vibe? This is it. But this one got it right, in my opinion.
It definitely did it the best. Did that vibe the best to me.
Yes.
I will say, if not this year for them, I think that this will help them propel for future years to come. So if not this year for Eurovision, it would not surprise me that in a few more years we'll see them continue to come back and represent, and maybe one day be the selection for Latvia.
I thought it was fun, and I don't. This might sound like shade, but I don't mean it to be shade. But like, if I heard this song when I was like 15 or 16, I'd be obsessed with it.
That's not shade. That's just factual. Like,
facts are facts.
Like when I was in my like
generational
Bright Eyes and of Montreal and like that kind of phase of my life, this would have hit.
I think if Latvia is looking for an indie vibe, this is that song. Yes. Do I think it's going to win? I do not. However, it has the potential to grab onto you if you're wanting that indie vibe.
And I think what Steven said, I totally agree with, that like this might be the one where they get the following, they get the people just subscribe to them on Spotify and follow them on Instagram and stuff, and like builds the groundwork for them to go to Eurovision in a couple years.
Got to start somewhere. Yeah, you just got to start somewhere.
I appreciate what they brought to the table.
Same.
Yeah. And worst case scenario, well, for them, they don't qualify for Eurovision. This is just a starting point for them to make it just to this point, and to be one of 20 to at least advance to Supernova at this early in their career. It's a pretty big milestone. So they should at least look at it in that retrospect. So,
and next is the Ludwig with Lego. The Ludwig, like the Ohio State University.
Okay.
Oh, Katie, tell us how you feel.
Let's
Boring.
begin
Let's
the
just
debate.
let's rip off the
begin the
Band-Aid, get it
Let's begin the
done.
debate. Let's begin
Boring.
the debate. No.
How was it boring?
Boring. It just didn't grab me.
Doug, go.
I don't know what to do with that because like how does it not grab you? Like it is the best song on the 20 that are participating in Supernova.
You have this has to be a practical joke. You guys
Okay.
texted each other before to try. Oh my god!
We're not gaslighting. We are not
No.
We're not-
gaslighting.
I would love to
That's like
gaslight you.
Girl Boss Gatekeep.
No,
What
we're
the
not.
fuck is happening right now?
We are not gaslighting.
How could
Should we put a pin in this
I'm
one
leaving?
and talk
Gotta
about?
Would you look at the time?
Should
Oh,
we
wow,
put a pin
I'm
in this one and talk
so
about
busy.
Tom Calder-Roski's before or like no?
We gotta go through it.
Okay. If I were to pick between the Ludwig and CT Zenny, it's going to come down between one of these two. Like
Yes.
I truly, honestly feel that Supernova is going to send one of these two to Eurovision. And my decision goes back and forth between those two because those are my top two choices out of all 20 of these songs. I don't know what it is about this song. I think it gives me like Latvian, it's like the Latvian culture vibe meets like 2025. I want my glow sticks. I want to be on the dance floor. I need my like strobe lights. I want to be jumping. I want to be like pounding. I want to be fist pumping. I want to be doing all of that while he's performing the song and
Okay.
doing all of that.
It is such a bop. It is an earworm. The
What am
lyrics,
I missing? What
the
am
lyrics
did
are
we listen
so
to the same song?
Yes.
the lyrics are
Are we sure?
okay. The lyrics are so repeatable in the sense that like I get to sing along and I get to participate, and I enjoy that because I'm basic. But I can't do that to Citizen, but I can to this song, and that's why I go back and forth. Is that I love them both, but this one I get to participate. You know,
I'm gonna have to listen to the song again because I got none of this. Out of it.
What do you get out of it?
Nothing. Just what I said before. Nothing.
I'm so like
This is so mid.
We're usually at least like within like one or two placements mentally of each other, and I just feel like we are so far off on this one.
Yeah.
So
that's why I'm feeling like
what did I miss?
I need to try again. Like
Yeah.
what?
No, like the very first time that I
get it.
heard this song, I immediately was like, this is going to be Doug's like cultural song of 2025 because Doug's going to be with his hands. He's going to be doing this. And sure as shit, he texted me and he's like, insert hand gestures like he's doing it. And I was just like, I knew it.
Not obscene ones, but
not obscene ones, but like his like Albania, yeah, not those ones, but these ones. He's doing his Albania.
It's got everything I want in a song. Like it's got some culture, it's got some dance, it's got like some fun lyrics.
Now, with that being said, though, Doug did pull up some.
He has.
And gossip.
Oh, there's that too. Yes.
That is to me is like
it's not real I don't think it's real drama, but somebody brought it up on the interwebs, and that is there is a chant or a religious song that has a lot of very similar not even similarities, it like straight up is. So it's
us or whatever. Is that the?
It's sampled. So the person who wrote this religious whatever is credited as a composer on this song. Mm-hmm. So I believe it's a sample. And how many times in the world do people sample from other songs and it is presented as new music and we all accept it as brand new music because it's a sample?
The entirety of Daft Punk's
Thank
discography.
You. Yeah.
Right.
So like, and when when I read that article, I'm like, this is more of like an opinion piece of somebody on a blog than it is actual credible.
If the drama would be if they didn't credit that artist.
Exactly.
Well,
That
and I'm
would be the
thinking like
drama,
you're
because that's what happens more often is like you get the lawsuits of, I think it was like Marvin Gaye suing like Pharrell or whatever about like using sampling but not crediting.
Right.
yeah, and this
So
person is very much on the credits.
it's credited, so I don't know, there's no there for me.
Yeah, it's almost like a no drama, but drama. It's drama because it's not
Someone's
drama.
just trying to stir up press for
Stir
Supernova.
some shit up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, all of that being said, I need to mention that his glow up is real.
Now I gotta Google.
He has participated in Supernova before, and when you Google his name, you get both the picture from when he participated in Supernova before and now, and you're like, this is not the same person. They look very different. So the glow up is real.
Doug, that glow up is giving she's all that. He just took off his glasses and got a haircut.
And he
That's
grew a
literally
beard.
the difference.
He grew a beard. Thank you.
Kiss me
Okay.
beneath the milky twilight.
Remember that one time
That
Katie
is the
was
most
hateful?
90s comedy glow up. Like, oh my god, he's like a new person. He literally took off his
He
glasses.
took off his glasses and let his hair
He
down.
grew a beard.
And now, put on a dress and got out of the smock.
I'm gonna take it and I'm just gonna dirt off my shoulder because whatever.
Well, and I think
The final-
maybe also I think it's not a glow up because nerd is kind of my taste, and so
His song does say, I'm gonna go up, down, left, right, looking for you, and I'm like up, down, left, right, A, B, start.
mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, he's got the nerd vibe going. He's got it on lock.
And is he going up, down, left, right, like Tungalingus?
God,
Up, down,
I
left,
knew
right?
She was, I knew
Why-
she was
why you
gonna
gotta go-
do it. I knew she
We were
was gonna
keeping
do
it wholesome and nerdy, and then you were like, let me make it gross.
Casey, if you're listening, what's up?
Just because you want to do that to my husband doesn't mean.
I'm just gonna sip my wine over here.
Yeah.
The last thing I will mention about this song
Hmm.
is that my only negative, yes, I did find one, he fakes me out every time I listen to this song. Because at about 150 into the song, it basically stops.
Yeah.
And then I think it's over.
Then it picks back
And
up.
then it starts up again. I'm like, oh yeah, the song's still going. So, I mean, I guess that's kind of fun, but also you fake me out every time.
So knock it off.
So knock it off. I don't like it. I don't like when you fake me out.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to listen to it again. I don't know why. I just thought it was
It's okay.
fine.
Last artist.
Is Walmart Brad Pitt.
Yep.
Tom
Also known as Tom.
Kaldarakis with
Yep.
Tamaju Tunak.
Close enough.
Mm.
I was gonna say Jumanji. Not even close. Yeah, it was the last song on the playlist. It closes us out. It's another kind of a softer one. Didn't really catch on to it, but that's not to say that it was bad.
Mhm.
It's just when you come off of the Ludwig and Lego, and then I'm going to this, I was just kind of like, oh, I'm gonna go back to the Ludwig. Thank you.
To me, this last one was hot guy who's good at music and wants to use music to sleep with more women.
Does it have to be women?
Yeah, I was about to say, can
more
we
people,
confirm
I suppose.
people?
But
Yeah.
to me, it's like it's giving like all the people who wanted to be John Mayer after they saw how popular John Mayer was with amazing celebrity women, and then they were like, "Oh, I got to do that too." So it was kind of like, I don't know. I didn't feel like his heart was in it necessarily, and it just didn't really do anything for me.
That's fair, and that's actually a pretty spot on analogy. Now that you mention it,
I like this song. Obviously, I have no idea what they're saying. Let's just start there. That being said, I get strong feels Like he's in his feels. Like this song's got to be like about heartbreak or loss. Like I don't know. I just felt you could almost feel it in the voice. I felt it was very well done. If Google Translate is even remotely correct, the title of the song is "I Think You're Coming," and I knew Steven was going to react that way.
I stand by what I said.
Spelt differently than what you're thinking.
I said what I said.
Yep. Definitely trying to pick up people.
So I liked it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Were
I didn't hate
they
it.
in my top were they in my top 10? They sure were.
Again, one of the ones that kind of falls into the category of talent. Like, there's a talent here. It's not a song that's going to win for me.
Collectively, we have 20 talented musical artists that are coming to Supernova. All in all, very impressed. We don't have much to compare now that we've done 2 national song contests, and Montesong was Montesong. So can only go up. But yeah, looking at who we have here, I stand by what I say. I think of the 20 that are coming out here, to me, the standout is going to be between Citizeni and the Ludwig. I'm gonna hold out hope that Greta somehow makes it into the top 5. And then like my wild card, if I was to choose a wild card that somehow ends up taking it out of nowhere, is going to be Justs with Fit Right.
I think for me, the standout is Citizeni. I think that's the one that's most likely to win for me. And then it kind of falls into it's hard to rank after that for me, frankly.
I feel like I have top favorites for different genres. Like my favorite indie vibe, my favorite just vibe out song, my favorite dance song. So that's where it becomes difficult. You say, of all of these different genres that I have a favorite from, which is the one that's going to win the national final? And I'm at a loss, but I think I'm with Steven. My top 2, Citizeni and the Ludwig.
Yeah, and I just don't have a finger on the pulse of Latvian culture, so I couldn't tell you
What?
which way the wind is going to blow them.
Time to grab an airline ticket and head over there.
I know.
Okay.
But
threaten me with a good time.
Yeah, I know, right? But until then, we're going to have to wait until February to find out the official result of their winner. So we've still got at least...
Because they are doing a semifinal, correct? I think they're doing a semifinal and finals.
Well, I think it's over 2 Saturdays, I want to say, Supernova is.
Yeah, but if they are getting rid of people
halfway
Saturday
through... nights in February.
There we go.
Semifinal on February 1st, followed by the final on February 8th.
Does it say if they're going to like take the top 10? Because I'd be interested to know, are we starting with 20? We're going to cut half of you, and then the other half are going to be in the finals or something.
Let's see. It says 20 songs will compete in a semifinal on Saturday, February 1st, with a public vote and a jury vote selecting their favorite songs to proceed to a final. And on Saturday, February 8th, both the viewing public and a professional jury will be called upon once again to vote for the song they wish to represent Latvia at the 69th Eurovision Song Contest. So,
but it doesn't say precisely how many are making it.
No, it does not. So we'll go from
all
there.
20 of you are amazing. You're coming back next week.
Yeah, I don't really know how that works, but
maybe they cut it to 10.
Yeah, 10 or 15 maybe.
Perhaps. All will be.
But either way, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, all will be revealed in February, so stick around for that. But until then, I think we can call it for now. Chances of us recording for the rest of 2024, who knows? So if this is We will see. If we don't get a chance to record for the remainder of the year, we hope that our listeners have enjoyed this rundown of Supernova for parts 1 and 2. And thank you all for listening as always. Be sure to check out all of our social media outlets and content. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok for now at Eurovision Kiki. Who knows what the US will do. You can also listen to our content on YouTube. You can also catch us on Spotify at Eurovision Kiki Podcast. If you've got questions for us, feel free to email them at eurovisionkiki@gmail.com. If we don't get a chance to record anymore for this year, we hope that you all have fantastic and happy holidays and a great New Year's. And we will catch you all at New Year's in 2025. And we'll see you all at our next Kiki.
Bye.
Bye.